now we're going to be moving on to the second match of the second half. It's between NA and NKR. Again, this is going to be the um what do you call this again? The top 16 matchup where the winner gets
Yes.
to move on to the quarterfinals.
And now NA versus NKR. Let's see. Of course, Curry is there now. I want something. Well, I think we will be seeing mostly same lineup. Yeah,
Yeah,
but there's
these
Kevin
are
Durant.
familiar players, yeah.
Here comes P, J6, J-By, Fine, Ango, and Unholy.
All right. So, with that being said, at some point, this is NA going up against NKR for the second matchup of the second half. We've seen sweeps for most of the competition that we have seen
Mm-hmm.
so far. And now we're going to be kicking things off in game number one. And,
Wow.
I think that's automatic now. If you have Steph Curry on your
Yeah.
side, it's most likely a three to start things off.
But now here comes the 3-point attempt. It will be rebounded again for the NKR. The shifty moves plus a mid-range shot for 2 points on the team NKR. Now
I think
NA, yeah.
yeah, both teams have good balance in terms of offense. Like anyone can shoot the ball at any given time. Like compared to the other matches that we have watched, some teams are like heavily dependent on like how they're gonna be able to play better defense.
Mm-hmm.
But this one anybody can shoot. So yeah, it's only gonna be up to the best pressing of the buttons, just like that. SGA
Yeah.
with another 2-pointer.
And with the we for sure if Curry on the offensive side, as you can see, they're double teaming him. There's the block for the side of NA, and NA will take the ball. Gasol going in, passing to Jason Tatum. Not gonna go in. Red ball again. The shifty SGA getting shifty versus Stephen Curry. Here comes the shot, and it goes in.
Yeah, SGA again, great transition from defense to offense. We've seen that a while ago after he was able to get that block off of Curry. He was also able to get 2 points as of the matter. But from the looks of it, NKR is doing a really decent job in trying to put the stops on Curry's threes, but they
Mm-hmm.
also leave a lot of drives for NA wide open, thus leading to 2 points.
Yes, they leaving Jason Tatum on the side, and here comes the fake. SGA again with an easy 2 point, just like the finals, just like
Oh
the real
yeah,
finals.
when's the finals happening again? I'm not sure if it's tomorrow or on Monday, but one thing's
The
for
other
sure,
day, yes.
right? The dunk just happened, and it's gonna be NA again. Back and forth affair between these two.
This is a nice offense defense between the both teams. Oh, look at that! Look at the drive, but here comes the pass with the fadeaway. 2 points for NKR. Now, here comes NA. I think they need to stop focusing on Stephen Curry. As you can see, they're double teaming him. Now, Jason Tatum getting the ball with the 3 points, and it goes in. 12-10 score.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Both teams have good balance on who to take the shots, and anyone can shoot at any given permission. So at this point in time, final minute of game number one, they're trying to rack up some shots here. Fader on the way is Cash coming in from NKR.
SGA again, 13-12 on the scoreboard. Now Jason Tatum passing it to Curry. Curry gravity. Now on the game, as you can see, he's glowing up and taking the 3 points on that scoreboard. Now SGA versus Curry. Again, 2 points. All 15 hands.
Pretty solid showing between these two teams. They definitely know how to make things work, but Curry had to make two people jump there. They're now looking for Gasol on the bottom, leaving it for Tatum, and now they're back in the lead. Good play coming in from NA.
That's pretty tough. You know, you need to double team Stephen Curry, then leaves Tatum on the side. So it's just easy to points now. SGA again with the ultimate, but here comes Gasol on the footback. 17 deadlock, 16 seconds remaining. There's no shot clock now, and now Tatum's passing it to Gasol. Gasol going in hard, but passing it to Tatum. Curry on the 3-point line. Dagger. And 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Let's see SGA dribbling the ball. They need a 3 here. Here comes the 3.
Oh wow!
Oh wow! Durant with his ultimate. 0.5. I guess it's gonna be overtime, and for sure it's gonna be overtime. Wow!
I genuinely thought that KD wouldn't make that just because someone was already there. Like someone was defending him on a solid note, but yeah, I guess we're going to another overtime. The first in the second half of action for the top 16, and we're gonna kick things off with NKR picking up where they left off. Curry for 3, or should they say
That is a
only
nice
for
screen.
2?
Oh, for 2, he step on the line. And now NKR again with the chance for a 2-point lead. And here goes SGA. Textbook mid shot, mid jumper. Tatum with the ball. They need to. Oh, 2 defender jumping on Curry. Curry on the paint, but Tatum leaving Tatum open for the dunk. And now 24-24. That luck again. Now SGA dribbling the ball. Stumble. Curry getting to Gasol, giving it to Durant. Durant versus Tatum, giving it to Gasol again. Durant with 3 seconds remaining with the midi, and it goes in.
Final 17 seconds now. This could be the last possession or an extension of this game, depending on how it's going to be going, as Curry, he's the one holding the ball now. They're looking to finish things off in game number 1. Curry still holding it. It's a back and forth affair. 3 seconds remaining. They go for the slam, and that is not gonna happen. NKR gets the victory for game number 1 in the top 16.
NA doesn't go for a safe play. I mean, as you can see, Curry over there glowing up, so he has his ultimate. But the defense of NKR pushing Tatum just to lay it up, and it didn't go in. So NA getting the victory here, or yeah, NA getting the victory here, 26-24.
Solid showing, most especially coming in from Ango. You know, that KD 3-pointer would have been really close if he didn't make that 3-pointer at the last minute of the regulation period. We wouldn't even need to have an overtime had he not made that 3. But again, if you're looking at the other side, it's J6 and JB, 13 and 11 to combine for 24 points. But for Fine, who was the least pointer in the winning side, he was able to get 5 rebounds and 5 assists. So for everybody watching this live stream right now, you can contribute. Yes, you can contribute to your team without scoring. So please don't be mad when you play ranked games. Please don't be mad if you don't get the ball as much. Just try to contribute in your own way. You can do it, just like how Fine has been doing here.
Yeah, just screening, you know, taking the rebound, taking the assist. But on the side of NKR, I mean, it's a close matchup, but Kevin Durant using his ultimate to go to the overtime, using his fight spirit, you know, and with the momentum of NA and defending Curry, I think NKR should, you know, don't defend as much as Curry this game too, because I think Tatum can easily laid it up earlier, but they tried to get it to Curry to win the game. So how about you if you play on that on that scenario, Hans?
Yeah, I think at some point I would want to have more shooters available for me. Because, again, um, during that moment at regulation, there was no choice for them but to chuck up a three. That's why I was definitely surprised when Katie has made that shot. But it's nice that he still had his ultimate as his last part of the arsenal. Because imagine if he already used the ultimate from like the last 30 seconds. It's quite understandable that the ultimate is gonna be, um, you know, uh, cooling down pretty fast. But at that matter, if you already used it, then it's gonna be quite difficult. But
Yeah.
from the looks of it, it's pretty similar what we're gonna be seeing in the
Okay.
lineups for game two.
Same lineup. And here we go, game 2. Will NKR pushes this series into game 3 or NA closing it in?
That is going to be the question that we would have to answer as NKR leads this series 1-0. And of course, why am I even surprised? That's Curry. That's Curry on the other side.
It's automatic. Now here it comes. I think it's Durant going to the soul with the one-hander. 2 points. Still, offense, defense, giving each other points until the last seconds of this game.
From the looks of it, they even plan to continue as of this moment on how they're going to be able to rack things up on points. But there it goes again. Another 2-pointer coming in from NKR. They, kind of start pretty slow here in this game, but it's somewhat different as to how NA has been taking control of things. That is another one-hander. NKR start to close out the gap here.
NKO, here comes the block. SJ blocking the shot of Tatum. Now Tatum dribbling the ball, passing it to Tatum. Oh no, it's not Tatum. It's Curry passing it to Tatum and getting a 2 points.
Yeah, you're right about that. Solid outing coming in from Tatum. That is an open
easy
lane
laid up
for JB. NKR closes it back to within 2 points. But then, we were talking about this guy. We were talking about J6 and JB. That combination has put out 24 points for NA in that previous matchup. But for the other side, just unable to get that shot off.
Doesn't get the rebound, but still they have the ball. And now they have the chance to make it a larger lead. Now here comes Gasol taking it out. Curry with the 3 points and it will go in. I think we will be getting a game 3.
Yeah, from the looks of it, NA just went full on offensive arsenal, and then they're also playing defense on the other end. But fortunately for NKR, SGA has made the bucket. Now, if I was about to say, if NKR wants to make a comeback here, they're gonna have to play defense. Not the best way to start during that time.
Yeah, they need to stop Tatum just doing it, just doing that dunk over and over again. And here comes again the rebound of NA. NA giving it to Tatum. And now Curry with a Curry sauce. 18-8 in just 1 minute.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, right? Jason Tatum has been gathering so much attention to the point where they leave Curry open. Because, when you get into the games, your game plan can only do so much, right?
Again.
A lot of these are going to be unpredictable, and when Curry is in that kind of zone, when he already has that sauce, yeah, it's going to be difficult for you to stop him. SGA, that was quite a difficult move, already using the ultimate for Gasol to cut it down to 9, but it seems like this is a mountain that is needed to be climbed here. And that mountain is going to be added even more. Wow.
3 straight points coming from Curry. And now it's half 12 points lead on the side of NA. Here comes Kevin Durant, but you know, it's still how many? Two. Yeah, two possession remaining on the shot clock. And I think we're going into game number 3. Here comes the block. But still, Red getting the rebound. But there's the block from Gasol. The blue team needs to do something here. Getting a 3. And that's the ultimate, the fight spirit of Kevin Durant. Using it. But still, it's 24 seconds on the shot clock. We still have 7 points advantage on the side of NA. And now they're just, they're just wasting time. They're just waiting up. And here comes the ultimate again of Gasol. Closing it for sure. 12 seconds on the shot clock. And I think there will be a game 3 for sure. But Kevin Durant with the ultimate again. He's gonna score, but not enough to get to the point that they can win the game. And now 4 seconds remaining. They're just burning the time. And NA and NKR will going to the game number 3.
I mean, it goes without saying. NA. You know what? Give me a moment. Sorry about that. See, this is what I told you. I needed my inhaler for these games. These games are quite serious, to be honest, because from the looks of it, from what we're currently seeing, it's 26. I think that's the biggest set of points that any team has done so far today. The quickest, right? Just a while ago it was 25, but NA has decided to one up their performance with JB leading the charge with 15 points. But again, Gasol represented by P here, 4 points, 5 rebounds and 4 assists, just doing a little bit of everything.
And JB getting, free every time he hits his 3 points. He has 5 3 points attempt or 3 points. And on the side of NKR, I mean, Ango, at the very least, he has 11 points, but still not enough because the time is not enough for them to catch up the score of NA. So I think we're going same lineup for sure, game 3, and I don't know who's gonna win it.
Oh, I'm not sure about that, but like I think anybody can get it, and I feel like this is the type of matchup that could potentially go to another overtime just because of how well both teams read each other. Like, from what we saw a while ago, it was Curry and Tatum being activated, and then Gasol was just playing maestro, right? He didn't even need to go for shots. All he needed was to get rebounds, give and go consistently to Curry and Tatum, or to Curry only, but Tatum gets left open, and thus he scores 15 out of the 26 points that they've had him.
And now we're going into the game number 3, the last game. So it's gonna be like best of 1 for sure, and the losing team, of course, will go home, and the winning team will be going into top 8. Oh my, now here comes the jump ball into the red team. NKR going first. Here comes SGA with the lay, and the 2 points is there. And now NA ball going to the Tatum. Now Curry, Tatum, of course, and Gasol. Curry with the 2 defender on his side, opening Gasol on the paint, passing it inside, and that's an easy 2 points.
You see, I like what they did there. Just heavily focusing on that pick and roll action, knowing that Curry gathers so much attention, it leaves more openings for his teammates. But SGA on that one has gotten the 2-pointer to go. NKR now has the lead. They're trying to stop the reverse sweep from happening.
And here comes NA with the Curry shot, but here comes the rebound. NA still has the ball. Going Tatum. Oh, Curry left open, but the ball will go in. It's gonna tip in. Lucky bounce 5-4 in favor of NA.
Pretty solid showing here from both of these teams. They've racked up plays, double spin move coming in from SGA as NKR gets another shot at that lead. Solid outing from the league MVP used here by NKR, but Tatum immediately taking the lead back for NA as the men on the blue side have gathered the points to at least have a point of an advantage, but on the other hand, just doesn't work for them. Now NA has another possession up their sleeve. Curry giving it to Tatum. Step back jumper is cash money. 10-6 in favor of NA.
NA with a Tatum 3 points now. NKR needs to do something here. SGA shifty with his ultimate. It's not gonna go in now. P with the rebound, getting it to Curry. Curry wide open, but it's not gonna go in. Now again, Curry for another 3 points, giving them a 7-point lead versus NKR. NKR, oh no, still 1 minute and 30 seconds on the shot clock. Now Durant with a shifty move going in. And I think he's gonna pass it to Gasol. Gasol. Whoa! With the shot behind the. Whoa! What just happened?
What was that? Why can't I do that in my games?
With a trick shot, but Jason Tatum with another score.
That's a shot that is morale crushing. Like, if you see shots like that go in, you kind of lose your will to play for at least 5 seconds. Well, it's a good thing that they still have 2 seconds up. But Curry, my goodness.
But Curry, oh my.
Oh wow.
They're destroying NKR right now. NA, here comes Durant ultimate, 3 points. They need to close the gap. 4 points advantage. Curry left open again. What just happened there? There's no defense on Curry. And now NKR with the easy layup for SGA. Gasol, as you can see, Gasol is outside the 3-point line waiting SGA to get the ball to him. And now Curry's game again. As you can see, 2 defender on his side. Now going to Jason Tatum, to Gasol. Solid screen, but here comes the dunk. Gasol on the footback. And now 35 seconds remaining on the shot clock. NKR, they need points here. And the 3 points will not go in, but the ultimate of Gasol giving them a chance to get the lead back into 5 points.
Yeah, this is still a double possession of a ball game, and from the looks of it, we are down to our last possession. Tatum with a step back is not gonna work. They could have some life here, but the ball almost lost. SGA goes for a 3-pointer, and that does not go in. And Neil, it seems like we already have a winner on our hands in spite of that block. The reverse sweep is complete. NA is going to be moving on to the quarterfinals.
NA doing it with style. I mean, I was shocked. I mean, NKR Gasol going for a power forward there, getting some 3 points, but it's not enough to get them the win. And congratulations NA for proceeding, and of course congrats still on NKR for playing in this tournament. P with the MVP. Of course, the rebound is very needed on this game. JB with 12 points, 4 3 points on JB, and J6 of course for 7 points on this game.
At some point, we start to understand even more why a Gasol is needed in that lineup because we see him make some necessary plays. He denies a lot of shots, and in addition, he was able to take control of the situation by just facilitating through not getting a shot up. So, with that being said, NA is going to be moving on after reverse sweeping NKR. We haven't seen reverse sweeps happen that often, but Neil, we've seen that today.